Hello everyone, I am Dr. Mohit Kapoor. I'm a first year radiology GR at AIIMS Bibinagar, Hyderabad, and today I'm going to present a clinical case with you. So this is a case of 28 years old male patient present with the chief complaint of left side chest pain since 4 days and shortness of breath since 4 days. He has no history of similar complaint in past. He has no history of trauma surgery in past. He is not a known case of diabetes, hypertension, epilepsy, asthma, or tuberculosis. On examination, his vitals were pulse 104 per minute, BP 118 by 86 mm mercury, SpO2 96% at room A. On CVS examination, S1, S2 were heard, no murs were noted. On respiratory system examination, decreased breath sound were noted on the left side of the chest. So this patient was referred by the medicine department for a chest radiograph. And as we can see in this chest radiograph, PA view done on 3rd of Feb 2023, we can see on the left lung, we can see visible visceral pleural line appearing as a thin white sharp line. And on peripheral to this line, we can see there are no lung markings seen, and there is very radiolucency as compared to that seen in the adjacent lung. Lung is also partially collapsed. However, there is no shift in metastasis. We should note that if we see shift in metastasis, or if patient vitals are degrading very fast, so we could think of a tension pneumothorax. But however, in this case, there is no metastasis shift and the vitals are stable, so we would label this as simple pneumothorax. So impression we get is a pneumothorax of left lung with lung collapse and likely a simple pneumothorax. So on the basis of clinical picture and radiological feature, patient was diagnosed with pneumothorax. He was referred to the ICU where ICD tube was inserted, and our patient is symptomatically better. Pneumothorax is one of those diagnoses which is very straightforward for a radiologist. But however, our radiologist should also keep in mind some common DDs which can mimic pneumothorax, and radiologists can mistake them for a case of pneumothorax. One of these is artifact like skin folds or clothing or blanket, which can appear as pneumothorax visceral pleural line. So in the first image, we can see there are bilateral skill fold which can mimic as a pneumothorax, but we should note that in pneumothorax there was visible white pleural line. However, in this case we can see it's a black radiolucent line, and on peripheral to this line there are normal lung markings seen. However, this was not seen. However, no lung marking is seen peripheral to a visceral pleural line in pneumothorax. Moreover, in artifacts like skin folds or clothing blanket, the line can be seen going outside of the lung surface or even outside the skin surface, whereas in pneumothorax it is limited inside the lung surface or thoracic surface. Second is the giant bullous emphysema. A giant bulla can also mimic a pneumothorax, but we should also keep in mind, like pneumothorax, this also has a visible white line, and peripheral to that line there is radiolucency as pneumothorax. But we should always keep in mind that a bulla, the lateral margins of a bulla goes lateral. Lateral margins of the bulla or the edges of the bulla go lateral to the chest wall, whereas in pneumothorax the margins of the margin of the visible line go inward to or medially, and thus it can help us in differentiating a giant bulla from a pneumothorax. Sometimes small bullas can also mimic a localized pneumothorax, so we should always keep in mind a possibility of a bulla also. Other can be accumulation of gas in abnormal location like pneumometastinum and pneumopericardium. So what is a pneumothorax? It is defined as the presence of gas, often air, in the pleural surface, and when this collection of gas is constantly enlarged, it results in compression of middle structure. It can be life-threatening. It's known as tension pneumothorax, and if such no thing is noted, then it is said to be a simple pneumothorax. Types of pneumothorax: it can be primary spontaneous type where there is no underlying lung disease. They are usually tall, thin males having some underlying disease like Ehlers-Danlos or Malvar syndrome. Secondary could be secondary spontaneous. In this, there is rupture of some bulla secondary to some underlying lung disease. And third is iatrogenic traumatic, where specific history would be provided. So coming to the discontention pneumothorax, we just like we discussed, there is a formation of one-way valve leading to progressive accumulation of air within the pleural surface, causing hemodynamic compromise, and this condition often life-threatening, and thus it requires rapid recognition and also prompt treatment. Normally, for management of pneumothorax or simple pneumothorax, our management approach is insertion of ICD tube. But here the patient is deteriorating very fast, so our first approach is always to insert a needle, also that is the needle thoracotomy, and later on we can go for ICD tube insertion. So radiological features which we can see in a case of pneumothorax are on chest radiograph. First, we should always keep in mind that normally the chest radiograph we do is the chest radiograph done in full inspiration. However, in this case, for seeing pneumothorax, we prefer a full expiration pneumothorax to to rule to expire all the air out and decrease in a thoracic surface area, and this helps us to better visualize the air trapped within the pleural surface. So the finding which we told was visceral visible the visceral pleural line can be seen as a thin white sharp line, and peripheral to that there are no lung marking seen, and there is radiolucency. Lung also seem partially collapsed. Mid-diastole may also shift, but in this case it was not shifted, so it was a simple pneumothorax. If it would have shifted, we would have thought more of a tension pneumothorax, and further vitals would have been degrading. CT pneumothorax are usually easily diagnosed on a chest radiograph, but if we want to know or which is the best modality to diagnose pneumothorax, that is the CT, because on CT we can see even the smallest of pneumothoraxes, and thus it is the best modality to diagnose a pneumothorax. On CT scan we can see air trapping, that is the rim of black lucency or gas within the edges of the lung, at the edges of lung, and this would help us to diagnose even the smallest pneumothoraxes. Third is the ultrasound. Ultrasound is not the preferred modality for diagnosis of pneumothorax, but physician should know how to look for a pneumothorax on a ultrasound, as in case of trauma during EFAS, a person can face a patient having pneumothorax, and thus he should know how to diagnose the pneumothorax. So in this we can see the lung sliding, normal lung movement, and this is appears as sliding lung, whereas in the case of pneumothorax there is no lung movement, present as an absent lung movement, and between this normal sliding and absent lung we have a lung point, and this is very specific for a case of pneumothorax, where we can see normal lung and pneumothorax differentiated by a lung point, and this is almost 100% specific for pneumothorax. On M-mode ultrasound we can see, normally we see that there is no motion in chest wall, however we can see positive motion in lung, and this causes a seashore appearance in normal M-mode ultrasound. However, in pneumothorax there is no motion in chest wall as well as lung, giving a barcode or status for sign. And during ultrasound, if we see a seashore sign one side and a barcode or status sign another side, and a lung point between, this is very diagnostic or very specific for a patient having pneumothorax. Coming to management, like we told that simple pneumothorax are managed by ICD tube insertion, whereas tension pneumothorax, the patient is vitals are degrading very fast and he is unstable, so we prefer thoracotomy, and later on ICD tube can be inserted. So this was what I wanted to discuss about pneumothorax. Thank you.